Hey ya peeps, Emma here, and today we go over these 6 must-know base locations in the Ashlands, as well as a bunch of tips and tricks and amazing house designs also brought to you by Norson. Having a solid connection to this continent will be important since death will be everywhere. The first location will be right as you land on these shores. Set up a portal as soon as you can, cause death can come in many ways here. This way you can take your ship back home in case you lose portal connection, and you will have a better way to get your stuff back when you die. One of the best ways to do this is to reuse one of the abandoned buildings right off the shores. Or you can pick your favorite spike to set up camp on, or build a fortress on top of them. By having this setup a little bit deeper into the water, will force non-flying creatures to swim if they want to get to you, and the water makes those creatures weak to frost damage. This extra damage will come in handy at any stage of your endeavors here. Some of these abandoned buildings can even have vine berries growing on its walls. If you have the option, keep an eye out for these buildings, so you can farm them while you set up your own vineberry farm. To not get burned in the water, make a pathway from your base to the shore in the water by raising the ground. And to not have creatures right at your doorstep, you can also make an NPC safe bridge. Make them with wood beams by leaving a 1-meter gap in between them. These bridges can still be crossed with a cart. If you make it right below the sea level, the wood does not catch fire, even when the weather changes to cinder rain. Wait, do you hear that? Do you hear that bell? Don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified when I make a new video, and subscribe! Just like the filling villages in the plains, you will encounter fortresses in the Ashlands. These will be heavily guarded and they are meant to be conquered. To get the good stuff, you will need to get all the way to its core, which is not an easy feat and can take some time. To ease the fight, set up a camp close by, on top of some rocks or by creating a moat and raising the ground. But be careful, these can be destroyed by lava blobs now. Use the super cheap Ashland spikes to protect your raised walls. It will push these creatures out so they will explode a little bit further away. Having an outpost nearby will allow you to retreat if needed, and you will be able to respawn nearby in case you die. Once you have taken control, it can also be a super cool base location. These walls are hard to destroy, as you might notice when you conquer these places, but they can also keep you safe. Also, some of these building pieces in the fortress cannot be placed down by us and can create cool base designs. Now a more unexpected location. Just like in the other biomes, you can encounter forageables. Here these plants will be guarded by the Verger, so be careful you don't accidentally poke one of them and let them self-destruct the whole place. Use the card trick to remove their ward and to get their treasures without alerting them. It might seem silly, but they do not see this as friendly fire. And it is even easier to do than in the Mistlands. You just need to go outside of the warded area and place down a cart. In the Ashlands, the ground is a lot flatter, making it so much easier to do than in the Mistland. Since flame metal is such a peculiar metal to farm, it really helps if you have an outpost close by. Map out flame metal locations and look for the most efficient base location or outpost to set up a bed and a portal so you can easily respawn. That can happen so easily with all the lava around, and you do not want to run long distances without your best gear. You can also think of it like the crypts in the swamps. One of the best ways to farm metals efficiently is to set up a portal and some boxes on top of crypts. Doing this will save you a lot of time when you die or even when you don't die, and it will reduce the distance you need to run with your cart. Remember that when you block and roll when you have a cart attached, you will break your connection to the cart. This can save you when you are in a pickle. Moving on to another special case, the Morgan Caves, aka the Troll Caves of the Ashlands. As you just saw before, these Morgan Caves can be the perfect base locations, and they cannot be destroyed and are the perfect place to set up camp on top of. Early on, it will be a perfect place to set up a portal since the cinder rain cannot touch it. Since raised ground can be destroyed now, this will be one of the safest options to be 100% sure that they will stay safe even when it is attacked by a lava blob. Now lastly, setting up camp by any boss is always a good idea, but this one is very brutal. This boss can easily smash anything in its path, so keep your distance when setting up a base here. Claim an abandoned house or a Morgan cave and set up a safety portal, but just make sure it is a little bit further away just in case the boss needs more space. Just the walls of the arena can easily be destroyed by this powerful boss. You do not want your base to be destroyed and lose your only connection to civilization. Forts are also a great place to set up camp when you want to fight fodder. These walls can withstand his attacks, and you should be able to withstand more of fodder's attacks while you stand on these walls. You might have noticed this throughout the video, but the ultimate goal is to combine a couple of these places and find the ultimate base location, just like repurposing abandoned houses next to boss arenas or by making a flame metal outpost on top of Morgan caves. Let me know in the comments if this video was helpful, and leave a like if you want to support this potato. If you made it all the way here and you're not subscribed yet, be sure to do so, and thank you so much for being so amazing. Dag je.